I've known about CAMG for several years. I first became familiarized with CAMG uh, through their digital marketing work with Mass Tort. I think I first met Steve Nober and some of the CAMG team at MTMP, and we worked with them for a number of years and in varying roles, and just recently started working with them on our website. Before working with CAMG, I worked with a lot of other competitors that are kind of well known in the field on SEO and website building and management. And it's really easy to distinguish now the quality product that CAMG is delivering as opposed to some of their competitors. And I see that in a few ways. When you first sign up with a marketing company that's going to work on your website, you don't know, you can't distinguish between them. You have no way of knowing if they can deliver on their promises, if the metrics that they're offering are something that they're going to actually realize. And you don't know ever exactly what the budget's going to. They all quote you an arm and a leg, and you just never know what to expect. And it's not until they have the opportunity to work on your website that the proof is in the pudding and you're able to see the results that they get. And with prior companies that I've worked with, not CAMG, I have been confused by the metrics that they've shared in terms to try and demonstrate their success. And I haven't seen objective results. Versus with CAMG, they have been transparent with the work that they're doing. They've shown me clear goalposts of achievements that they've met where they're able to demonstrate the success that our website is having in metrics that make sense to me. A lot of this SEO and website work involves a lot of industry jargon that can be really foreign and confusing to lawyers who aren't familiar with technology at all. And I've been really pleased with CAMG because they translate they translate the work that they're doing into information that I can understand and interpret the actual results that they're getting. So CAMG distinguishes themselves through, I think, their transparency, their results, and the strength of their team. I find that CAMG has been really easy to communicate with and work with. They email me if they have a quick question. And the other thing that they've been great about is scheduling just Zoom or video meetings once a week or whenever. We'll just pop on a video meeting and touch bases. And so I feel like I always know what's going on and they're right there. If I have a question, I just ping them and they get back to me immediately. So any questions or concerns I ever have, CAMG has been totally on it in a way that I can't say about their competitors. Since working with CAMG, we've seen definitely a marked increase in both the volume of leads and intakes, but also most importantly, the quality of the leads and intakes. CAMG really specializes in SEO and getting the right key terms out there that you want people to be searching for online to get the right types of cases that we're all looking for. And so I've seen quantity and quality both increase in a really awesome way. I would, of course, recommend CAMG to other firms, and I have to other firms because for a number of reasons. The first is that I think for lawyers, it's really difficult for us to distinguish who is an expert in the field, but is also trustworthy and can deliver on their promises. And I find that we as lawyers aren't good at figuring out who those people are and validating the work product. And so it's been awesome to see with CAMG the work product they produce and be able to recommend them to people with the confidence that they'll get an awesome website and product. And the difference is apparent. I never knew working with competitors what I was missing out on. And working with CAMG has been a total 180 from my prior experience in terms of all of our website management, my understanding of what's going on, and the improvement of our website. So I have recommended CAMG, and I would definitely recommend them to other people going forward. But I don't want too many people to use them because then they're the best kept secret. You know, we've all been on the video call with the website people, and they're showing you or telling you via the phone or emailing you these SEO metrics about your website. And as lawyers, you look at it and they say, oh, well, we've improved two spots on this specific key term. But you never know if, you know, the key term, they typed in 1,000 key terms to find the one that they've improved on. It feels like competitors cull their data before their presentation to you to ensure that they have something impressive to present. And they can manipulate the data in what they present to you to put forth a more impressive product and results. And because we're not website and tech people, and I think I am fortunate to perhaps be more tech savvy than a lot of other lawyers out there because I'm younger than a lot of people in this industry, I still get confused with these key terms and the search, you know, the metrics that they provide can be very confusing and they change. So they can manipulate the amount of time that they show you. So they could say, oh, well, this ranking has improved X in the last month, but then they don't show you that overall in the last year it's dropped. And so it dropped, you know, 10 and came up 2. They don't show you that. So I find that there previously with other competitors was a lot of metric manipulation. And so unless you're a really distinguishing person that's able to go through with a fine-tooth comb and keep track of each metric they've sent you each time and compare the data and parse out what you're getting, you really have no clue what you're getting. And I think a lot of people are sophisticated enough to know that they don't know what they're getting, but not have either the time to go through and really hold these people's feet to the fire and figure out what's happening, or the energy, or perhaps the technology sophistication to make that happen. So what's been great about CAMG is I haven't felt the need to do any of that extra work to compare the metrics or, you know, see what's happening, because each week we meet and they present to me the same metrics that I saw the prior week. And so I know exactly, or the prior month, or, you know, so I'm able to see the way the data is improving over time. And I don't feel like I'm receiving skewed data that's been manipulated to give me a false impression of how my website's performing. So I've been so pleased with CAMG because of the transparency that I receive, but also I think the honesty and the reporting in terms of the website and the metrics, because it can be very difficult to even tell if someone is being honest and forthcoming with the performance of the website. And that could be a sticking point for me, but with CAMG, I haven't even felt, you know, any need to kind of dig through that, because they present everything in a really understandable format, metrics that are the most important to me and my firm. And it's just night and day from prior. And I've worked with a lot of competitors of CAMG, more than I care to admit. And it's the same across the board. You just don't know what you're getting because you don't run your own website yourself. So since CAMG took over our website, we have had consistent growth in our both number of intakes and leads coming in and the number of intakes and leads that we're signing. So each month has been more than the prior month. And to me, that's an indicator that CAMG has revamped our website and our internet presence, and they're continuing to work on it and improve each month. And so each month, our signed cases improve, and we sign more and we sign better cases each month. And that's in direct result of CAMG's work on both our website, our internet presence, and their SEO and marketing work that they're doing for us. I really can't think of anything that CAMG could do better. It's just so night and day from my prior experiences of just frustration, feeling like we're just flushing money with no idea where it's going. I don't feel that way at all. And so if anything, I feel like right now I'm the one that's holding CAMG back by not approving the content they're sending me fast enough, by not I have things that I need to be doing but it's not in CAMG's court. The ball's definitely in my court in terms of room for growth. And that's a unique experience for me. The content that CAMG has created for our website has been very different from content we've received from other writers. Previously, when I've received content from their competitors' writers, I don't know who everyone hires, but the competitors' content would either be full of phrases that are ethical violations that we can't say in our website and our marketing. So you're going through with a red pen and marking everything out, saying can't say this, or this is wrong, or this misleads people, or and so with prior competitors, I felt like I was rewriting the content from scratch. And so I couldn't ever just approve it and turn it around because it was a huge homework assignment to sit down and get new content approved for the website. And with CAMG, it's not been the case at all. Their content has been so detailed. They've literally written articles about the city that I live in that I've learned things from. So I'm literally finding myself reading the content, being like, oh, this is interesting. I'm actually learning something from this about Sacramento or San Francisco. And that's been cool because it's a good indicator to me that if someone did land on our website, they might actually want to read the page, because we've all seen the websites where the content is so boring and formulaic and repetitive that every lawyer has the same website. And no one is going to read this repetitive page that just says nothing in a million different words. And the CAMG content is just rich because it has factual data, it links to reliable sources, and it has interesting factual information on it. And the speed with which CAMG is producing this content is way faster than their competitors. So they're sending me numerous pages to build out our website a week versus, their competitors that will send you one page a month and it's garbage and you have to rewrite the whole thing yourself and you don't have the time to do it because it's so frustrating to do it. You want to do your job, not write an entire website with boring facts about your city. And so CAMG has really streamlined the process in terms of generating content quickly and content that is well written and doesn't need to be rewritten, and content that's ethical and doesn't make false claims about your legal skills or things that violate your bar's ethical rules. And the content is interesting and stuff that hopefully people will read. And that content makes your website better because it makes, as people visit your website and actually read the content, they'll be engaging with your website longer. And that teaches the search engines like Google that you have a good website and that it's worthwhile to show it to people. And so it really makes the strength of CAMG's content really makes a difference and distinguishes them from their competitors in the field, and is kind of a cornerstone of their SEO work. In many case types, time is of the essence when you are going after new cases. And that's the case, when you're going after wildfire cases or a new mass tort that you think, they just announced at a big conference and everybody's going to be piling on for it. Or, the FDA just announced a major recall. These things come out and time is of the essence because you want to get your leads and you want to get them quickly. You want to get the best people who are searching right away, and you want to get them for a good price. And that's where CAMG really shines because they are able to generate content extremely quickly, and their team is always available, and they've been extremely agile in their work on our website. So when we say, jump, we got to get these cases, they jump, and it feels like people are responding, and you get your website launched, and so you're able to compete with some of those firms that probably have in-house marketing teams that are just, dedicated solely to this. So unless you have your entire own team of people in-house, CAMG is the next best thing because they are, they're cranking these things out quickly and efficiently, and it's good content that will, once you launch your site on these, hot topics that people are really, that are really competitive leads, it's advantageous to be early because then the search engines like Google start to recognize you first as an authority in the field. And so it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Being early is better. And so the early bird gets the worm, and CEMG knows how to be the early bird with their content and just getting the page up and running quickly.